This video was made in association with KnifeInformer.com. Head on over to Knife Informer for all of your blade-related needs, including reviews, comparisons, stats, and more. What is up, everybody, and welcome to a very special sneak peek. So, I'm doing things a little bit differently today. I'm filming on Saturday. I put out a video last week talking about getting stitches in my hand and how that was going to delay some content. I went to get my stitches out today, and unfortunately, things haven't progressed as the doctors had hoped. So, I still do have 4 out of the 7 stitches in my hand, and I'm being told it could be another few weeks before I'm actually recovered enough to start fully using my hand. So with that in mind, I was a little bit concerned about producing video content, but frankly guys, I'm just gonna have to do my best with my left hand and what I can do with my right hand, because I have a lot of great loaners coming on the way and I'm gonna need to film people's knives. So bear with me through the next couple of weeks as we work together in trying to make this happen. Today I'm trying something a little bit different because it is, you know, still the same day and the hand is not great. So what we actually have today is a sneak peek of my very first Kirby Lambert. So I literally just grabbed this from the mailman a few minutes ago, and I'm super pumped to be able to open this. I'm trying something different outside. I have a new microphone, so hopefully the audio is good, and I am testing things with manual focus. So it's quite possible that I finish this video and the entire thing is out of focus, in which case I apologize, but hopefully that's not the case. So I'm literally sitting Indian style on my back deck. It was all I could do to get the camera out here set up on a small tripod, and I'm gonna struggle to open a box and see if I can play with my new Lambert. So let's go ahead and check it out. I got a little Kershaw here, just a little something to get the box open. Again, I can't really, so I mean, if you want to see, you can look. Otherwise, look away for a second. But like, this is what the hand looks like right now. It's probably out of focus, but it's not too bad. The cut isn't too bad. It's a little cavernous, but I'm still like missing some feeling in these fingers and stuff like that. So I just can't really fully, I can't like make a fist. It hurts. So gotta be super careful here, and just cut the tape to this box, and then we'll just tear it open, because honestly it's super fun to use knives to get into all the little bits and crevices of a box, but when you can't do it with your main hand, you know, it just becomes too much of a hassle. So mostly just pulling garbage out of this box, and this is the knife. So let's see what we got here. I did pick this up on blade forums. This is closed. I picked it up on blade forums earlier this week, and honestly, this I was hoping to get something like a dressier Lambert. I was looking at a lot of those Damasteel Augustuses that he's been making and stuff, but those are really brimming around the $2,000 mark, and I managed to snag this for a clean $1,000 bucks. So I figured, you know, let's start light, and if the Lambert thing really sticks with me, then maybe I'll move into some of those more expensive pieces. So you can see here, we do the Lambert logo in leather on the pouch, which is super cool. I like that it's just like a normal pouch with this stitched on. I feel like a lot of makers could probably do that. So if you're watching and you just send out your knives in a regular pouch, and you know, you make customs and stuff, it might be worth investing in. You know, you don't have to get a whole pouch. It looks like he just got these little leather patches made. Might even be fake leather, right? But these little patches, and then he just sewed them on, which I appreciate, because I have about 50 of these, well, not 50, I have like 25 of these little black pouches, and I don't know which knives go in which anymore. You know, I used to keep track of it all, and nowadays I'm realizing as people send me loaners that I can like just write the name of the knife on a sticky note and put it in the pouch. Duh. But I hadn't been doing that in the past, so it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get this knife out. She is pretty big, honestly. Wow. This thing is sick. So the guy had told me that the carbon fiber was like the nicest carbon fiber he'd ever felt, and I kind of see what he's getting at. This is like as smooth and as premium as it gets, man. And this polished zirconium clip, I already got my fingerprint on there. Again, I'm trying to figure out how focus is. I apologize if this whole video is out of focus. I'm learning. I'm down a hand. Bear with me. But wow, this thing is sweet. So it is in like new condition and has only been carried a couple times, not really used. And wow, I really like this. So one thing that you can see initially is that the back spacers are blued, polished blued, and then have silver around the edges. Nice little detail. I definitely appreciate that. Wow, this carbon fiber feels really good. And then the thing that sold me on this Crossroads, which is the name of the model, sorry, it's pretty bright out here. The thing that sold me on this particular one, if you look at most of the Crossroads that he's made, at least from what I could find, this again is based on some brief Googling, but from what I could find, most of his crossovers, they have a bolster, which is pretty typical of handmade customs, and the scale material and the bolster are the same pattern as the liners, so it just looks like a normal custom knife. What I like that he did here is because he only has the one scale, you can see he's actually milled away sections all the way around so that the scales kind of show through as a border around the carbon fiber, and I think that looks super sick. So that's one of the things that really sold me on the knife. It was something a little bit different than some of the other versions of the same model that he had done. Wow, nice action. A little bit softer detent than I think I was expecting. I thought it would be a little bit snappier and a little bit louder. It's definitely fully centered. Looks like the tip comes slightly to the right of the center of the backspacer. That might just be in need of a pivot adjustment, or the blade might have just been ground in a right-handed direction. But yeah, so it does seem that the action is a little less, the deployment is a little bit less snappy than I expected. But the way that it closes is super smooth. It definitely requires a shake, and this will break in. Like I said, this hasn't been really carried that much, even though it's not a particularly new knife. So I will definitely break this in over time. The Lambert that I have on loan right now is like almost as smooth as a Thorburn, so definitely a lot of improvement to be made there in terms of breaking in. It's much quieter than I had initially expected, honestly. The other Lambert that I have is a snap, and just as its name would suggest, it's super snappy, and makes a really loud crack, which this one does not. This knife's also a little bit bigger than I anticipated, which I'm kind of a fan of, because the JD Van Deventer that I got recently was smaller than I expected, so I was looking for another big knife in the collection. So that's about all I'm going to be able to do with my left hand, guys. That was just a little initial impressions. You saw me unbox the knife, and I was really excited to be able to add this one to the collection. Again, please bear with me. I'm going to do my best to produce the kind of content that I can, and I'm sorry for rambling so much at the start of this video, but I really just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. Just a month ago, I had started the scheduling of coming out every Monday and Thursday, and I really want to keep that up. And for a while, I had so many videos bottled up that I was able to pre-schedule 4 or 6 at a time, and then film 4 or 6 on a weekend every once in a while, and then that would kind of give me some backlog to work with, where I've run out of backlog at this point. And so I'm really trying to get some videos recorded on Saturday and get them out in the week. So bear with me. Things might just be a little bit different for a month. I might do more filming outside and stuff instead of setting up my whole table and everything, just because it's a lot of effort, and again, down a hand, it's not really easy to move this stuff around. So please bear with me. I hope you really enjoyed this knife. I'm definitely excited. I wish it was a little bit louder. We'll see how much this one lasts in the collection. It's super light, given the size and everything, and I really like this Tonto compound grind. I think it's beautiful. So Kirby, definitely on my list. Definitely going to be looking to get more of his knives in the future. And yeah, thanks again so much, guys. If you want to see awesome pictures, you can of course follow me on Instagram at tovarishworks. And I'm pretty good on loaners right now. I released a video recently asking for loaners, and a lot of you guys responded with some great stuff. So my door is about to come bursting open with beautiful loaners, and I'm only going to have one hand to play with them. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but of course, if you do want to send me a lovely loaner, you can do so by emailing me at tovarishworks@gmail.com. Thanks so much, guys, for the support. I really appreciate it. There was a big outpouring of support over the hand, and thanks a lot. I'll see you guys next time.